With worries of a toy shortage and shopping amid a pandemic, you might find it easier to shop online.
Holiday shopping is stressful, especially in the time that we're in right now. But it's always important to take that extra pause and debate.
Take a moment to double check before you click that button, says Better Business Bureau Marketing Coordinator Ashley Gibbard, because during the pandemic,
Online shopping scams definitely saw an increase and they continue to.
According to the organization, online shopping scams now account for the majority of reported scams that involve the loss of money. Nearly 3/4 of the people scammed reported that they never received the product they paid for. The others say they got something different or had their credit card information stolen.
We see a lot of scammers spoofing websites, make them look almost identical to a real store.
Gibbard, who serves the Eastern Michigan and UP area, says look for reputable sites with a secure link and contact information, and don't be fooled by extra low prices. The Better Business Bureau says prices were the main lure for people who were scammed.
So if you're looking at your basic, online stores, Target, Amazon, even stuff like that, you're seeing it at one price, and then you may come across this website that maybe you've never heard of and it's a much lower price. It's at a big discounted price. That's a red flag for us.
Another way to keep the online Grinches away, Gibbard says, do your research.
Because chances are if something's a scam, someone has written it down somewhere and you can find those scam companies.
Kevin Jones has been acting as interim superintendent since September. Now officially in the role, he says he's focused on the future. During Wednesday's meeting, 5 Flint Board of Education members unanimously voted to name Kevin Jones superintendent. Previously, he was the assistant superintendent, and prior to taking on that position last year, was principal at Doyle Ryder Elementary. The appointment comes after Anita Stewart abruptly resigned last week from her position after going on medical leave in September and filing a lawsuit against the district and several board members. Jones says the district is already working with the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation on ways to rebuild the district with the proposed $200 million MOU. He is the 3rd superintendent in the last 2 years.
Top priority is getting our community involved in how we use our ESSER funds. Our second priority is ensuring that the renovations happen and building new schools. That is going to incite a riot in our families to know that Flint is back.
You think you have the right fit or we wouldn't hire him in the first place, but you don't always necessarily get what you think you're getting. So until we get that person that fits that role, we're going to have to move on and keep trying until we get that person. I think we have it with Mr. Jones.
Jones will complete Stewart's contract that's set to expire in June 2023. He also announced that the district will continue to mask up despite the Genesee County Health Department lifting its mask requirement for schools. Since the helicopter's initial flight Halloween weekend, the Flint Police Department says the helicopter has been deployed 4 times in total. Despite some criticism, the department says they're pleased with the outcome so far.
It's a great tool, and I think that it will have great benefits for us as we continue to explore what this thing can offer us.
The Flint Police Department is still navigating the logistics of its leased helicopter. In July, City Council approved the $300,000 lease request, allowing money to be spent from the department's drug forfeiture account. Since its October 28th unveiling, Detective Sergeant Tyrone Booth says it's patrolled the city 4 times, on multiple occasions able to help with traffic pursuits within a matter of minutes or seconds, and get critical information to help arrest suspects.
The helicopter was able to quickly get an eye on the vehicle and then allowed the helicopter to pursue the vehicle from the air, keeping the ground unit from driving at a high rate of speed.
Dispelling rumors about the helicopter, Booth says it does have the ability to fly at night.
The helicopter, of course, like an automobile, have lighting systems which provide the amount of light necessary to operate during darker or nighttime hours.
Does it have the same capabilities as the MSP helicopter?
I want to be clear, Michigan State Police helicopter is a multi-million-dollar piece of equipment. The helicopter that we're flying is not that. We, of course, if given the opportunity, would love to have a system like that.
As for scheduling, he says the helicopter does not fly at the same time as the MSP chopper. And while he can't say how much airtime is left before it's put away until next spring, there are designated days for use, and the helicopter isn't too far away if needed in a crisis.
If there was an emergency that took place and we needed it in the air, it can get up in the air from Bishop Airport within minutes. And likewise, it will probably take 10 to 15 minutes to get from Oakland County.
Now wanting more eyes than the extra set in the sky, the council recently passed a resolution to spend up to $98,500 for additional public safety surveillance cameras.
We're excited to continue to fight crime on many different fronts.
Booth says the department is also looking into drones as an enforcement option.